I'm Ben Squires, Chief Investment Officer here at NGS Super. I'm pleased to provide an update on performance for the financial year ending 30 June 2026. It's been a strong year for NGS Super members, particularly those invested in our diversified options. Our diversified My Super option returned 11.51% for the year, and over the past 3 years has delivered 10.17% per annum. This is a very pleasing result and reflects a sustained period of strong investment outcomes for members. The one-year result also compared very favourably across the broader superannuation industry. According to the latest Super Ratings data, the NGS Diversified My Super option ranked first in the Super Ratings My Super Index and second in the Super Rating Balanced 60 to 76 Index for the financial year to 30 June 2026. Performance across our other diversified options was also strong. The high growth option returned 12.74%, the balanced option returned 8.82%, the defensive option returned 7.51%, and the property option returned 14.63% for the year. All options were ranked second best performing in their relevant Super Ratings benchmarks, and the defensive option was ranked first. So what drove these outcomes? Now, at first glance, an 11.51% return for the diversified My Super option might suggest it was a smooth year for investment markets, but the reality was quite different. Over the past year, markets have had to navigate a wide range of challenges. We saw periods of volatility, ongoing uncertainty around inflation and interest rates, and tighter monetary policy in some countries, including Australia. Geopolitical risks also remained elevated, including conflicts in Iran and the broader impact this had on energy markets and investor sentiment. At the same time, global share markets were increasingly driven by a relatively narrow group of companies linked to artificial intelligence. There was strong enthusiasm for companies exposed to memory chips, semiconductors, and data center infrastructure. But there was also periods where investors became concerned about the potential disruption AI could create for parts of the software sector. This created a complex investment environment. Some parts of the markets performed very strongly while others were left behind. For NGS, this reinforced the importance of being diversified and not relying just on one market theme to drive returns. International shares was the largest contributor to the NGS Diversified My Super options return over the financial year. But importantly, the result was not driven by one asset class alone. Australian shares, private assets, alternatives, real estate, active currency management, and other portfolio strategies also made positive contributions. A key focus for the investment team has been building portfolios that can participate when markets rise while also remaining resilient when conditions become more uncertain. In simple terms, we want to capture opportunities when markets are strong, but remain disciplined and diversified when markets become more volatile. This has been a deliberate evolution in NGS's investment approach over recent years. We have strengthened our internal research capabilities, improved how we build portfolios, and become more active in responding to changing market conditions. The aim is not to chase short-term trends, but to build portfolios that can deliver strong outcomes for members over the long term. Looking ahead, we remain positive, but alert to risks. There are reasons to be optimistic. Labour markets in many economies remain resilient, corporate earnings have generally held up better than expected, and we continue to see attractive opportunities across technology, energy transition, infrastructure, and private markets. However, we are also mindful that markets have already priced in a lot of good news, particularly around artificial intelligence. Valuations in some areas remain elevated, inflation risks have not fully disappeared, and central banks may need to keep interest rates higher for longer if inflation remains persistent. Geopolitical risks also remain an important part of investment landscape, so our approach remains balanced. We are not positioning the portfolio for one single outcome. Instead, we are focused on maintaining diversification, identifying attractive long-term opportunities, managing risk carefully, and seeking to deliver strong returns for members over time. The strong performance over the past year is a pleasing outcome, but superannuation is a long-term investment. While recent returns are encouraging, Our 10-year performance demonstrates the value of a disciplined long-term approach. Our strong year is welcomed, but what matters most is delivering strong, repeatable outcomes through different market cycles. Thank you for trusting NGS Super with your retirement savings. We'll continue to manage your investments with discipline, care, and clear focus on helping you achieve better long-term retirement outcomes.